Okay, what we're going to do here is a double base haircut. With the double base, what it is a solid, convex solid outline on the top with either feathering or scissor over comb on the underneath. Our blockings for our double base are centre part through to the top of the ear on both sides, following through at the back, following centre down to the nape area and having the two blockings. When we bring our sections down, we are measuring 2 centimetres from the top of the ear. We are going up to the top of the occipital bone, or on the mannequin head you would go up about 7 centimetres.
From the centre back?
From the centre back. And then we bring a diagonal line, which is roughly about 2 centimetres. That's our connecting area.
Right. So you're just pinning that section away for the time being?
Yes, I am.
So 2 centimetres above the top of the ear, and about 4 in front at the face line there?
Yes, 4 from the front hairline. Okay, I'm going to commence by lifting the hair up, because we're going to do a feathered outline here. We're lifting the hair over 90 and cutting that straight across. Combing the hair down and just having a look at your top layer there, because remember your solid's going to sit on that. I may go back and cut a little bit more off.
So you're lifting it over 90 so that you'll get that feathered effect on the face.
That's right. And I'm also looking at that where I want the solid to start, because it's going to sit on the top of the feathering. Okay. Once I've done that, I will then comb the sides back and cut a diagonal line. And I've still got the feathering through the front. Once I've done that, I'll go over to the other side and I'll lift over 90. I'll repeat the same procedure. Okay, you need to go up again. I'll just get my water spray. Now comb the sides back and cut our diagonal line. Now I need to turn the head around so that I can make sure that my feathering is even. Okay, this side's slightly longer, so I'll go back. You need to check before you go on. I may just shark's tooth there just to remove some of the length from the bottom. What I'm now going to do is start feathering at the back. Take the centre panel, lift the hair up, hold my fingers and cut a horizontal line. Okay, comb the hair down to have a look at how it's sitting and whereabouts my solid line's going to begin. I may lift that up again and just take that little bit shorter. Okay, now I can continue that pattern through at the back, lifting it up using the guide and cutting through. Now as I get around the back here, I'm going to curve my fingers around
so that you're around the shape of the head.
That's right. I'll do the other side now.
You can achieve quite a bit of length by lifting it that high, can't you?
Yes, you can. Now, if your client by chance says to you, I don't like the feathering, you can just go along and cut a convex outline to shift, to make that more of a solid line. That's fine.
So if she doesn't like that feathered wispy look, you can cut in a solid design line.
That's right. With this haircut, it's very important that we get this outline correct because that's where our solid's going to sit. Now, once we've done that, what we're now going to do is let this section down on both sides, and we're going to connect the top of the feathering to the top of the feathering like so. There's the top of the feathering at the front, and there's my back. And that's what we're going to connect it to on a line like so. Okay? Now this will be done in sections, holding your fingers as close as possible to the head. Okay. Go over and do the same on the other side. Make sure that the hair's wet so that you're keeping your tension quite even. Again, using the top of the feathering, angle fingers, now we have completed the outline. We are now going to bring down 1 centimetre sections in a convex angle back. And place our solid.
So that's your first base created. You're now going to create your second base.
That's right. I'm going to commence by finding the top of my feathering, and I'm going to sit my solid form on top of that. Starting at the front, there's the top of my feathering, angle my fingers because we're going as an angle solid form. There's the guide that I'm working to. Now you need to bend down and work at eye level. And continue this shape around to the centre nape. Connecting to the top of the feathering at the back. Okay, and you can start to see how there's a weight area on the top layer there. Okay, go over to the other side, and we're doing the same thing. There's the top of our feathering. We are now connecting that to the top. Now with this haircut you can graduate but we're not going to on ours. Come down at eye level. And comb the hair so that you can see the shape that you're trying to achieve. Okay, now I'll continue just bringing 1 centimetre sections in the same way, connecting to that solid line.
This is an easy to care for hairstyle too, isn't it?
Very easy.
Yeah. And it's a nice
Sometimes,
style.
yes, it is a nice style, and if someone's got naturally wavy hair, you find that all they need to do is just towel dry their hair and it sits nicely into shape.
And it gives it that extra bit of style because of that weight line.
That's right. Now I'm connecting to the bottom here of my solid, okay? I haven't put any graduation. If the client wants graduation, yes, we can put it in. Now, the reason why I haven't put any graduation is because my mannequin head is layered, and in some places it's going to have that type of look anyway.
Because of the layering that's already there.
That's right.
Yes, so it wouldn't matter if the client's hair was even a little bit shorter, would it?
No, the client can have it a little bit higher. It doesn't have to sit exactly where ours is sitting. We could take it up a bit higher up to there. If it was scissor over combed at the sides, it would go up even higher again.
Sure. But even if the client's hair was a bit layered shorter on top when you started, it wouldn't hurt, would it? Because
No.
you really just need to create that second base.
That's right. But it's always good that when you're doing any haircut, that you actually comb the hair in the style that you want it to sit, so that you're moulding it and getting some idea of how it's going to look. Now, if the client wears her hair to the side, we can part it with a side part. I've chosen to do mine with the centre part, and then I'll part it to the side to show you how to do an asymmetrical fringe. Now, as I get further up, I may find that there won't be as much hair to cut. It's important that when you bring your sections down, they are at the same level. Otherwise, you may find that one side's going to be higher than the other. Now, as I'm working through to the front, I don't want to cut the client's fringe too high. So I'm going to only slightly angle at the front so that I am keeping the length there so it doesn't sit up too high. It's always good to stand in front of the area that you are cutting, and also that you are looking at eye level. Moulding it so that you can see where you want that hair to sit. Now, as I'm getting through at the back here, there's not as much hair to come off, so don't panic if you've got the same problem on your mannequin head, and the same could happen at the front too.
This could be dried into shape quite well just with the fingers in the blow dryer as well, couldn't it?
Yes, or even just towel dry it into the shape.
Yes.
Again, starting at the front. I haven't really got much to come off at this front section here. I continue that around. Again, not having very much at all. If I haven't got anything to cut off, just move around to the next section where there might be just tiny bits that will come off. Don't panic about, oh, why haven't I, what have I done wrong? You may have not done anything wrong at all. Go over to the other side. And here we do have a little bit to come off. Not much at all though. Nothing off the back. Go back to the front. Let go of our last sections. Now in this case here, if the client wanted some layers put in here, we could do increased layers on the top. To do increased layers, we would need to lift the hair up and cut straight across like you do by projection.
And then just bring the rest of the layers up to it until there was nothing left
That's
to cut.
right. Now I'm just continuing on mine to just connect it as a solid. I'm not putting any layers because I've already got layers already in there, but you can do that if the client wants. I've really got nothing to come off from this side. I'll go over to this side and see. There's a few untidy ends there that can come off. Now I've combed it into shape. Now what I'm going to do is just wet the top section through first. To do an asymmetrical fringe, what I need to do is part the hair over to one side, depending on which side the client would wear her hair. Now, I would stand at the opposite side where the part is, opposite the heavier side. I would take a diagonal section, comb the hair forward, and I would cut a diagonal line like so. Now once I've done that, I then continue taking diagonal sections from the side part, comb it over and keep cutting to the guide until there's no more hair to come off.
And what you're trying to create there is a shorter section of the fringe, gradually getting longer.
That's right. Okay, as you can see there, I've got the shortest part to the longest. Now when I comb that over, and when I blow wave that, I would blow wave that up to give extra lift for the client, okay, and bring that longer bit there forward onto the face. Now that is the end of, I'll just comb it into shape so that you can see what the double base would look like with an asymmetrical fringe and a feathered outline. Now to blow wave this style, I would either use my Denman brush with the blow waver, and again I would dry all the excess moisture first, and dry it in the opposite direction so that I'm getting extra volume. Remove the moisture so that you're quick in drying it off, and then start with your Denman brush. Start from the front and just bring the hair forward. Comb the hair back. And work in each area. As each section dries, move on to the next section. And continue doing that until you have completed the whole blow wave. I am now going to show you what the style looks like when it's dry. Okay, we've got our feathered sides, we've got our asymmetrical fringe, which we could have used a round radial brush to get that lift. There's our solid outline with the feather. With the feathering there, we can put wax on when we've finished to style as a styling agent, and we could also use wax at the back there. There's the solid when it's dry. See what I mean about the graduation, that you already get that effect. On the other side. That is the end of the double base.